Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, a deadly ambush on firefighters, record July 4th holiday travel, some James Bond news. Breaking overnight, deadly ambush.
This was a total ambush. These firefighters did not have a chance.
A gunman opens fire on firefighters in Idaho, responding to a brush fire.
They're shot. Everybody's shot up here.
Helicopters and snipers scour the forest.
I'm pinned down behind Battalion 1's rig. It's clear to me that this fire was set intentionally to draw us in.
How authorities track down the shooter with flames closing in. What we know about the victims and the investigation this morning.
Powerful storms sweeping across the heartland, canceling hundreds of flights. Now, more severe weather on the way, ahead of a record 4th of July travel weekend, with tens of millions of Americans taking to the skies and roads, and the good news on gas prices.
Breaking overnight, the race to pass President Trump's signature spending bill. What it could mean for taxes, the deficit, who could now lose health care coverage.
Jury watch. Sean Diddy Combs' fate. His sex trafficking and racketeering case about to be in the hands of a jury this morning.
Friends of the Idaho college murder victims break their silence about the day they found their friends brutally murdered.
I would say as soon as you get there, you know something's wrong.
The moment they walk through the door, first on GMA This Morning. This morning, dramatic rescue caught on camera. The crew of a Disney cruise ship racing to rescue a father and daughter overboard. How they pulled them to safety.
Chrisley knows freedom. Reality stars Todd and Julie Chrisley on their lives behind bars.
I was angry at God. I cried myself to sleep and I said, God, why are you allowing this?
President Trump's pardon and what they say is next.
And we're dancing into the holiday week, serving up excitement from Wimbledon. The action getting underway right now. All eyes are on golf, Coco Golf. Plus, who will ace the role of the next James Bond? The name's shaking up the internet and causing a stir.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Monday. Good morning, America.
You're welcome. You are
Shaken
welcome.
and stirred. We got it all.
Yes.
Good morning, America. Hope you're doing well this Monday morning.
It's a holiday week. 4th of July is just a few days away.
And that means travel, and that also means weather. And we've got our top team with Ginger and Gio ready to bring you everything you need to know about the severe weather on the way and how it could affect your travel.
Also ahead, take a live look at Capitol Hill right now. That's where the Senate's working to pass President Trump's big tax and spending bill. We're going to have the latest on that. They totaled through the weekend.
But we're going to begin with the breaking news overnight. A deadly ambush in Idaho. At least 2 firefighters were killed after responding to a brush fire. Our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, joins us with the latest. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Robin. Early afternoon yesterday, firefighters arrived near a routine local trailhead for what they thought was a routine wildfire. Instead, they began taking gunfire. 2 were killed, a 3rd wounded. A massive force of heavily armed law enforcement arriving, hikers sheltering in place. But that sniper, lethal and elusive, kept firing. Hours later, authorities finding him dead.
This was a total ambush. These firefighters did not have a chance.
It was 1:21 p.m. Sunday, and firefighters were responding to a routine wildfire call, racing to this black smoke seen off a local trailhead.
Right now, there's an active shooter zone.
But as firefighters prepared to battle the flames, suddenly shots ringing out from the hills above.
They're shot. Everybody's shot up here. Law enforcement, code 3 now up here.
2 firefighters were killed, another wounded, all of them ambushed.
I'm pinned down behind Battalion 1's rig. It's clear to me that this fire was set intentionally to draw us in.
Sirens heard throughout the neighborhood as roughly 300 law enforcement and first responders from Idaho and Washington state raced to the scene.
First really started hearing the sirens as far as kind of going up and down there. And immediately just kind of the tension really just kind of went up as far as all around town.
Officials delivering their grim assessment.
We do believe that the suspect started the fire, and we do believe that it was an ambush and it was intentional.
A standoff ensuing, officers exchanging fire with the suspect as helicopters with snipers scanning the forest as authorities tracked cell phone data which stayed in the same spot since 3:16 p.m., eventually finding the man dead with a weapon nearby.
We had to scoop up that body, and we had to transport that body to a different location.
and some residents forced to shelter in place for over 4 hours, unable to escape. And then that solemn scene as a procession of law enforcement, firefighters, and ambulances brought the bodies of the 2 fallen firefighters to the medical examiner's office. Officials saying there's simply no training for this kind of situation.
This is something that we don't train for. It's not something we expect. It's not something our firefighters should have to deal with.
And now that tight-knit community left reeling.
If somebody lost their mom or their dad, or somebody's wife or husband isn't coming home tonight.
Now, initially, there was concern that there might have been multiple shooters. Officials now confirming there was a single shooter and no additional threat to the public. Officials are now focused on determining the identity of the shooter and a possible motive. Officers are still at that scene as firefighters are also working to contain the wildfire that suspect allegedly started. George.
Oh, what a horrible story. Okay, Matt, thanks very much. We're going to turn now to the drama playing out on Capitol Hill as the Senate gets ready to vote on President Trump's domestic agenda. Republican making deals for votes to meet the president's July 4th deadline, facing critics who say the legislation will explode the deficit, shred the safety net. Chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce has the latest. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, George. Well, Republicans are now racing to push this massive tax cut and spending bill across the finish line, working nonstop over the weekend. The president staying in town to up the pressure and work the phones. But this morning, divisions in the party remain, and it is not clear if Republicans can get enough support to get this done. The Senate overnight debating into the early morning hours as Republicans race to deliver on the president's big tax and budget bill.
It's a big, beautiful bill if you believe in cutting people's taxes, securing the border, having a strong military, and controlling government spending.
Democrats sounding the alarm.
The bill before the Senate is utter poison.
The bill, the cornerstone of President Trump's agenda, includes roughly $4 trillion in tax cuts and fulfills some campaign pledges like no taxes on tips and overtime. It also slashes Biden-era clean energy initiatives. To cover the costs, Republicans want to make substantial and unprecedented cuts to Medicaid, despite the president's repeated promises not to cut Medicaid. He argues the bill targets waste, fraud, and abuse. Experts say it represents the most dramatic reduction in federal health spending in modern U.S. history. It's estimated to cause some 11.8 million Americans to lose their health coverage over the next decade. The bill's overall price tag, the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimating it would add at least $3.3 trillion to the nation's debt over the next 10 years.
The table of contents of this act is as follows. Section 1.
The floor fight over the bill beginning only after the clerks spent almost 16 hours reading aloud all 940 pages of legislation, a delay tactic by Democrats who have little power to stop Trump's agenda. But 2 Republicans still voted against the bill advancing. Rand Paul of Kentucky.
Maybe we have to judge the effects of the big, not-so-beautiful bill by looking at what happens to the debt next year.
And Tom Tillis of North Carolina, who is blasting the cuts to Medicaid, saying they would be devastating to his home state.
So what do I tell 663,000 people in 2 years or 3 years? When President Trump breaks his promise by pushing them off of Medicaid because the funding's not there anymore, guys.
His opposition infuriating the president, who threatened Saturday to support primary challengers against him. Tillis seeing the writing on the wall, stunning Washington just hours later, announcing he won't seek re-election, saying it's become increasingly evident that leaders who are willing to embrace bipartisanship, compromise, and demonstrate independent thinking are becoming an endangered species. Trump calling his departure great news. Upping the pressure, billionaire Elon Musk weighing back into the political fray after exiting the administration last month, saying the bill will destroy millions of jobs in America, labeling it utterly insane and destructive. And the Senate is now in a marathon voting session, considering an onslaught of Democratic amendments. But even if this ultimately passes the Senate, it then returns back to the House, where Speaker Johnson has a razor-thin majority and is already facing opposition to the changes made in the Senate. Bottom line, lots of challenges still ahead here, Robin.
Yeah, you're right about that, Mary. Our thanks to you. Now to the holiday travel weekend. A record number of people expected to travel this 4th of July. And summer storms could cause some trouble. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is at LaGuardia Airport here in New York for us. Good morning to you, Gio.
Hey, Robin, good morning. Yeah, if you're traveling right now, right this second, well, things are looking pretty good in terms of delays and cancellations. But because of all that weather, it's been a messy start to this holiday week, and it's not over just yet. This morning, much of the nation bracing for more severe weather as a projected record-breaking travel week kicks off. Over the weekend, at least 15 tornadoes were reported across the plains and the Midwest.
Oh my God.
And more bad weather is expected. Some Amtrak passengers had to be taken to a local hospital with heat exhaustion after their train broke down south of Jessup, Georgia. More than 140 people had to be taken by bus to their final destination. All of this as an unprecedented number of people hit the road and the skies. The FAA expects this to be the busiest week for air travelers in 15 years, with over 300,000 flights scheduled. But many of those making an early start, ending with a travel headache. The rough weather forcing Delta to experience widespread disruptions this weekend, the airline canceling hundreds of flights at its largest hub, Atlanta, because of those strong winds and hail.
All the flights are canceled. We can't get another flight back.
Trying to just get some sleep.
Other major travel hubs also affected by delays, cancellations, and ground stops. But by Sunday, the situation appeared to have improved, Delta telling ABC News that its operations are stable with no additional impacts expected. And while airports are bustling, the vast majority of holiday travelers, more than 61 million, are planning to get behind the wheel to reach their 4th of July destination. All right, so the best advice I can give you this week is to have that airline app downloaded, ready to go on your phone. That's how you're going to be able to make these changes very, very quickly. Also, make sure that you're getting on that earliest flight possible. Remember that most changes right now are free for those kinds of changes. So try to get on that earliest flight. Those are the most reliable, Robin.
All great advice from you as always, Gio. And there is some good news, though, Gio, for drivers.
There is some good news, and that's good news because most people traveling right now are traveling by road. Gas prices, $3.18 a gallon right now. That's the national average for regular unleaded. Last year, that was $3.49 a gallon, so significantly lower. So some good news if you're hitting the road, Robin.
Yeah, well, I love that good news. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Gio. But the weather, always a factor.
Always the weather, always. And some holiday storms could affect your travel plans, to say nothing of your barbecue. So Ginger is here with the forecast for the holiday week. Hello to you, Ginger.
Hey, the holiday itself, things calm down significantly. It's just we got to get there, which is always a problem. So yes, we do have some severe storms to talk about in the forecast, but let's start with what did happen. Remember, you saw those just almost a picture-perfect cone tornado, this one in South Dakota. This was more than 330 severe storm reports in the last 48 hours. But we are going to see lightning, flash flooding, and the potential for damaging winds anywhere from Tulsa right on through Little Rock into St. Louis, Champaign, Illinois, Cincinnati, all the way over to New Jersey. This is today. So just because it's that level 1 out of 5 doesn't mean that you can't have big impacts. Now, by tomorrow, we'll start to amp that up a bit. So tonight, Pittsburgh sees a few of those storms around Atlanta, back through parts of southern Alabama and Mississippi. But this is the line that becomes quite a bit more significant. So Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, Delaware, all have to look out by tomorrow afternoon. So I'd say after the noon hour, if you are traveling, if you've got an airport out along I-95, watch that for delays.
Happy July.
You got it.
Thank you, Ginger. We're going to turn now to the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking racketeering case. This morning, jury deliberations set to get underway. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky at the courthouse. Good morning, Aaron.
And good morning to you, George. Federal prosecutors asked jurors to find him guilty. Sean Combs' attorneys asked jurors to summon the courage to acquit. The jury that's going to decide hasn't even been allowed to talk about it until today. This morning, final instructions and deliberations for the jury deciding whether Sean Combs, while making hip-hop mainstream, led a criminal conspiracy that trafficked women and transported prostitutes. 8 men and 4 women, ages 30 to 74, all with a college or advanced degree, heard more than 6 weeks of graphic, harrowing testimony about physical violence, degrading sex, and psychological trauma. For 20 years, the defendant got away with his crimes, prosecutors said. That ends in this courtroom. Combs did not testify. The defense conceded he could be violent, jealous, and a drug user, but argued the case is badly exaggerated, saying prosecutors charged threesomes as racketeering, and women like Cassie Ventura may regret freak-offs now, but consented at the time because that was their lifestyle. Prosecutors said what we're talking about is being in a dark hotel room, awake for days, covered in oil, wearing 8-inch heels, having sex for hours, including with strangers. The idea that women chose that, prosecutors called ridiculous.
They're going to look at things that give them an idea of what was happening at the time the acts took place.
Deliberations will begin after the judge instructs the jury to follow the evidence and the law. He will tell them to ignore the possible consequences of a conviction, which could include a life sentence for Sean Combs. Guys.
Many are watching. All right. Aaron, thank you. We're going to shift gears. The first serves at Wimbledon are underway right now. Don't turn the channel, please. The historic tennis tournament is getting started just as a heat wave hits London. I know you got more for us, Lara.
Yeah, and we will get to that heat wave, Robin. But first, we want to talk about all of the Americans in the hunt as they begin playing their first round matches this morning. One of our great American hopes, 12 seed Francis Tiafoe, hitting the courts today. He's facing 114th seed Elmer Mueller. On the women's side, 6th seed Madison Keys is also set for her first round matchup this morning against Elena Gabriela Rousset. And speaking of American women, it appears number 2 Coco Gauff and top seed Irina Sabalenka have buried the hatchet. Sabalenka posting a TikTok over the weekend with the pair dancing on the court after practicing together. I love to see this. Their rift, you might remember, began when Gauff beat Sabalenka in the French Open final. Sabalenka telling reporters it was her own errors that caused the loss and did not mention that Gauff simply outplayed her. Sabalenka's comments did not go down well with fans and the tennis media. She did apologize to Gauff for her choice of words. Gauff has accepted, and now all is well in the tennis world. Gauff's first match is tomorrow. Now to the heat, Robin. It is expected to be 93 degrees today. That is really hot for a tennis player and close to the hottest day ever at Wimbledon. Center court and court number 1 are covered. All the other courts are open to the elements. Not great news, but the tournament's heat rule is in effect. That calls for 10-minute breaks in play whenever requested. You need a break, you get a break.
Okay.
And that's all I got. Oh, except to say our first ball to last ball coverage begins this morning on ESPN and Disney Plus, guys.
There you go. That's how it's done.
That's how it's done. Thank you very much. Drop the mic.
Coming up, there are new developments in the Idaho College murder case. Kana Whitwer sat down with 2 of the victims' friends who were first on the scene. They're speaking about it for the first time. Hey, Kana.
Hey, so these 2 were best friends of the victims, and now they're telling their story in a new docuseries. I spoke with them about what happened when they got to the house, what justice looks like, and how they want their friends to be remembered. That's coming up.
Yeah, that is, Kana. Thank you. And we're going to hear from Todd and Julie Chrisley with their daughter, Savannah. The couple talking after being pardoned by the president about their lives behind bars and their first taste of freedom.
And how the crew of a cruise ship rescued a father and daughter who went overboard.
When we come back, did y'all see this?
Yeah.
It was a scary moment for Beyonce at her concert over the weekend in her hometown of Houston. We're going to have the latest when we come back. She's okay. Thank goodness.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Actually, it's Craig. Daniel Craig, the last man to hold the role of 007. And now there's some chatter online on who will be the next Bond, and Lara has that coming up in Pop News.
You're looking forward to the speculation. First new at 7:30. Canadian officials said late last night that the country is rescinding its plan to tax U.S. technology firms. The tax was set to go into effect this morning. Trump called it a blatant attack on the U.S., suspended trade talks. Now the 2 leaders have agreed to resume negotiations.
And a frightening moment at Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour show in Houston over the weekend. Beyonce was singing 16 Carriages while suspended in a red Cadillac. It's a big showpiece she's been showing off all summer, but then the car began to tilt midair, and crew members quickly lowered her to safety, unbuckled her. She is okay. And Beyonce thanked her fans and went on.
She knew right away something was going on.
Absolutely. I'm glad she's okay. And WNBA fans have spoken. They've chosen Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark and Minnesota Lynx forward Nafisa Collier as the All-Star Game captains. The other 8 starters will be announced tonight on ESPN. The game will be played on July 19th.
In Indianapolis, and I'm going to be there.
There you go. Everyone, go see the All-Stars and our All-Star.
No, bless you.
We're going to turn now to the Idaho College murders case. The trial date is now set. This morning, close friends of the victims are telling their story for the first time on GMA. Kana Whitwer sat down with them. Good morning, Kana.
Yeah, George, good morning to you. Hunter Johnson and Emily Allant were two of the first people to arrive at the King Road house that November morning. These are the friends who prompted the 911 call. Their actions described by other families as heroic. But for them, it was a morning that changed everything. And they're speaking out for the first time about what they want people to remember about their friends. It's not just about how they died, but about how they lived.
You know, you see the world in pure innocence, and that all gets ripped away from you in one phone call. That's just the day that changed it all.
This morning, for the first time, the best friends of Ethan Chapin and Xana Kernodle speaking out about that November day when they discovered Ethan, Xana, Kaylee Gonzalez, and Madison Mogan brutally murdered in an off-campus home.
I don't think anyone expects anything like that ever in their life to happen.
Hunter Johnson and his girlfriend Emily Allant now telling their story in a new Prime Video docu-series, One Night in Idaho, The College Murders.
We were a big group of friends. Why would you target those four?
Emily says she and Xana were inseparable.
We were attached at the hip probably the first day that we met. Yeah, we just clicked immediately. We were same personalities, I feel like.
I love it when people talk about Ethan and Xana sort of being like male and female versions of each other.
Oh, it's very much true. They were the same person.
Hunter and Emily say the fall weekend started like any other with a big football game. The friends snapping this photo that Saturday.
It was a normal weekend for us, just hanging out with our friends.
The next morning, Emily says Dylan, one of the surviving roommates, called her concerned, asking her and Hunter to come over.
In the documentary, you tell the story of really not feeling alarmed when Dylan called you.
I joked around with her on the phone. You know, it's something you would never expect.
It's November, so I had shorts on, slides on. Like, I wasn't prepared to obviously stay there. I was just going over to check, see what's going on. I would say as soon as you get there, you know something's wrong.
Hunter was the first person to arrive to King Road. To discover what happened, their friend Josie Louderin, who was also there, describing the moments in the docuseries.
As soon as I stepped in the house, I was like, oh, something is so not right. Like, you could feel it almost. Hunter was ahead of me and Emily and immediately was pushed out, and Hunter was like, get out, somebody call 911.
You hear Hunter on the 911 call telling the girls there was an unconscious person protecting them from the graphic details.
Is she breathing?
No.
How did you remain so calm in that moment?
Truly, in my heart, I believe God was with me that day, and he gave me the strength to get through that day.
As authorities entered the home, the friends say they were told to sit outside, waiting for hours with little information.
We watched the ambulance come and we watched them immediately leave. So I think that was a hard part for sure.
That second you realize there's no one to be saved.
Right.
Their best friends inexplicably murdered. Not knowing who was responsible or why, they feared for their own safety.
We just left to get away, be safe.
Yeah.
Is our mindset.
You didn't feel safe?
No.
In the nearly 7 weeks it took police to arrest a suspect, Emily, Hunter, and surviving roommates Dylan and Bethany became the targets of online sleuths and social media attacks.
Lots of threats, people saying I should confess to murdering them. I felt like I was less than a person in that point in my life.
On December 30th, 2022, police arrested then 28-year-old Brian Koberger. To Emily and Hunter, he was a complete stranger. Their murder trial set to begin in August. His attorneys say he's innocent.
Does justice lie in a conviction?
I don't think there's gonna ever be any justice.
I mean, yeah, we can have justice for the conviction of it, but I don't get to still hang out with Ethan. So
they still don't get to.
They don't have a son. They don't have a daughter anymore.
They say they hope people remember who their friends were beyond the headlines.
Who they are as people is so much more than the Idaho 4, and they shouldn't be known as the Idaho 4, and they shouldn't be attached to, you know, the name of who did that to them. And I just think that, you know, hopefully one day that they're just seen as who they are and not what happened to them.
Yeah, Emily went on to tell me they are so much more than their last day. Now, they joined Ethan's family to speak in this docuseries One Night in Idaho, The College Murders, which premieres July 11th on Prime Video. Also, keep in mind, guys, we're closely monitoring a Pennsylvania court today where several potential witnesses for the defense will learn if they need to testify in Idaho when this trial is set to start in August. Guys.
All right, Kana, thank you so much. And we continue just to think of the families, all the families that were impacted by that tragedy. Now in GMA with former reality stars Todd and Julie Chrisley speaking about their time in federal prison and the presidential pardon that freed them. Nightline co-anchor Juju Chang spoke with them, and she joins us now. Good morning, Juju.
Good morning, Robin. You know, the Chrisleys' entire brand was a life of over-the-top luxury, but it all came crashing down after they were convicted of fraud and tax evasion. Now pardoned and out, Todd Chrisley remains defiantly unfiltered and unapologetic. But both he and his wife say prison has changed them.
I was angry at God. I cried myself to sleep and I said, God, why are you allowing this?
It's been just over a month since reality stars Todd and Julie Chrisley walked out of federal prison after being convicted on 12 counts of wire fraud, bank fraud, and tax evasion in 2022. Federal prosecutors allege the couple swindled at least $30 million from community banks between 2007 and 2012.
There are some who feel that you were convicted by a jury of your peers, that the appeal was not granted, and that you didn't serve your time.
Convicted by a jury of our peers, were we? I didn't see multimillionaires in that jury box. I didn't see people that were in the film industry in that jury box. I saw people in a heavily Democratic county.
They were in the midst of serving 12 and 7-year sentences before receiving a controversial pardon from President Trump.
Congratulate your parents, and I hear they're terrific people.
So I just started crying, and I said, yes, I'm getting out of here.
What was it like for you to see your dad walking towards you?
You know, the first time was 2.5 years ago when I was dropping him off in that same space and watching him walk away and know that he's not coming out. So to pull up to the same place that I dropped him off at and to see him running towards me and to see the individuals, the correctional officers, not grabbing him and like he was free.
Viewers first met the over-the-top family more than a decade ago on Chrisley Knows Best. And for 10 seasons, they watched the trials and tribulations of the campy household. Todd's no-nonsense parenting style, the lifeblood of the show.
I'll make a deal with you. You don't drop it like it's hot, and I won't drop it like it's hot.
That lavish lifestyle, a far cry from the prisons Todd and Julie, until recently, called home.
Did you really drive a forklift?
I did. I absolutely did. I stayed busy every day. I was going to keep my mind active, my body active, because I knew I was getting out at some point.
I read 116 books while I was gone. I read a lot of Maya Angelou, and that was very helpful. That was very helpful.
Your wife is driving forklifts, and you're
But she's always been different than me. I mean, like, you put me in federal prison, I'm not working for you. I'm not giving you no free labor. I'm not doing any of that. I'm here to do time, not your chores.
What was the first normal thing you did after coming out?
You know, I think us having dinner, sitting down and having dinner, and being together again. You know, we get to start over. And acknowledging that and giving God the glory for that.
The first meal?
Pizza Hut.
Zaxby's.
The first night of sleeping in your own bed?
Heaven.
Yes.
One of Todd's first public outings, a shopping trip to Nordstrom that went viral with paparazzi in hot pursuit.
I look up and here comes press with long lens cameras running down the middle of the mall. And I said, oh my God. And I said, just take the picture, just do the video and release it. That'll stop them, make them leave us alone. Well, it wasn't. So I said, okay, then you know what? You're not getting the picture. I'm wearing the bag.
Now the whole family is trying to make up for lost time.
A month ago, I was sitting in prison, dreading a summer with no air conditioning. And now here I am home.
Now, both Chrisleys say they were moved by the men and women they bonded with behind bars. And Savannah, too, along with her parents, insists that they will continue to fight for better prison conditions and criminal justice reform now that they are out. And you can see more of my conversation on the latest episode of Impact by Nightline, the Chrisleys' Life After Lockup, streaming now on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Accepting a pardon usually means accepting guilt, but they're not taking any responsibility at all.
I asked them what redemption means to them, and they said, I don't have anything to be redeemed for. They say they are completely innocent.
Huh. Remarkably defiant. Juju, thank you very much for that. Now with our play of the day, Lara is here with a real Hollywood moment.
Yeah, Candace Parker. I feel like I'm taking on your beat. I love Candace Parker. She lit up the WNBA during her 16 seasons, 13 of those with the LA Sparks, where she won the championships in 2016. By the way, also named Finals MVP then. So many incredible memories for the franchise, and last night the team returned the love, raising Parker's number 3 jersey to the rafters. The former and forever, frankly, number 1 pick out of Tennessee had her family alongside her, and here's Parker speaking to fans.
They say athletes have 2 deaths, one being when your career ends, but I look at it as 2 lives. It's never easy to put the ball down and move on from your first love, but to simplify what I learned throughout my career here in LA, through basketball, through it all, is what I'm gonna carry to the next phase of life, which is joy.
Beautifully said. She is now officially retired, and so is her number. Sparks owner Magic Johnson put it in perspective, saying, this means that you are a superstar in the game, to be right up there next to me, Kareem, Kobe, and so many greats.
Yes.
So worthy.
Yep.
So worthy of that.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Are in order.
Yeah.
Great job by Candace Parker. Coming up at 8, new details about the Bezos-Sanchez wedding. We've got all of them from Venice.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Deadly ambush.
This was a total ambush. These firefighters did not have a chance.
A gunman opens fire on firefighters in Idaho responding to a brush fire.
They're shot. Everybody's shot up here.
Helicopters with snipers scour the forest.
I'm pinned down behind Battalion 1's rig. It's clear to me that this fire was set intentionally to draw us in.
How authorities track down the shooter with flames closing in. Now what we know about the victims and the investigation.
Ultimate wedding weekend. New details on Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's 3-day extravaganza. From the bride's gown to the star-studded Saturday night pajama party. We're live in Venice.
And the James Bond news that's shaking up the internet and stirring up new conversations.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Which actors might be in the running to play 007 and why they're all under 30? As we say, good morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Monday. Good morning, America.
Boy, you get a real sense of our new studio right there. That is a good shot.
If it were not for the fact that this man is 33, he would be in the running.
He
just missed the cutoff.
I had read it was going to maybe be a millennial, and I was like, hey, if they want an American who can't act but can tie a bow tie, please consider me.
It's about the only thing he's too old for.
That is so true.
Thanks.
Oh my goodness.
We have a lot more coming up. We're also going to reveal the newest star to join the GMA Summer Concert Series. That is coming up.
Okay, and
yeah, we've also got certified trainer and fitness expert Sierra Lucas here. She's got the best head-to-toe workout gear. There she is. There it all is. That's coming up.
But first, we're going to take a look at the top stories that are breaking at 8. Starting with the breaking news overnight. A deadly ambush in Idaho. At least 2 firefighters were killed after responding to a brush fire. Our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, joins us again with the latest. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Robin. Those firefighters thought they'd arrived at what you said, a routine brush fire. Instead, it was an ambush set by a sniper who was both lethal and elusive, pinning them down for hours. 2 firefighters killed, a third wounded, hundreds of law enforcement officers pouring in, and hours later, authorities finding that sniper dead.
This was a total ambush. These firefighters did not have a chance.
It was 1:21 p.m. Sunday, and firefighters were responding to a routine wildfire call, racing to this black smoke seen off a local trailhead.
Right now, there's an active shooter zone.
But as firefighters prepared to battle the flames, suddenly shots ringing out from the hills above.
They're shot. Everybody's shot up here. Law enforcement, code 3 now up here.
2 firefighters were killed, another wounded, all of them ambushed. Sirens heard throughout the neighborhood as roughly 300 law enforcement and first responders raced to the scene.
Immediately, just kind of the tension really just kind of went up as far as all around town.
A standoff ensuing, officers exchanging fire with the suspect as helicopters with snipers scanning the forest as authorities tracked cell phone data which stayed in the same spot since 3:16 p.m., eventually finding the man dead with a weapon nearby. And then that solemn scene as a procession of law enforcement, firefighters, and ambulances brought the bodies of the 2 fallen firefighters to the medical examiner's office.
Somebody lost their mom or their dad, or somebody's wife or husband isn't coming home tonight.
And now those grieving firefighters are working to contain that brush fire that the suspect allegedly started. Officials confirmed there was a single shooter, no additional threat to the public. And what local law enforcement and the FBI are now trying to understand is the why of this, the motive behind this. George.
What an evil act. Okay, man, thanks very much. We're going to turn now to a rescue caught on camera. Crews racing to pull a father and daughter from the water after going overboard a cruise ship. Victor Kendo has the latest on that.
Hey, George, good morning. Just terrifying moments on a Disney cruise over the weekend. A passenger telling us that a young girl fell overboard and her dad jumped in right after her. We have video of the rescue. Let's go to that. You can see crew on a small boat, father and daughter still in the water. The Disney Dream was returning to Fort Lauderdale on Sunday after a 4-night Bahamian cruise. Passengers say that an emergency code for man overboard went out over the ship's intercom, and the crew immediately went into rescue mode. A Disney Cruise Line spokesperson saying in part, the crew aboard the Disney Dream swiftly rescued 2 guests from the water and commended crew members for the safe return of both guests within minutes. Will?
Great work by that crew there. Glad everyone is okay. Victor, thank you to you. And we're going to move now to new details on the Bezos nuptials. Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos married in a 3-day celebrity-packed wedding extravaganza, and Maggie Rulli has been patrolling the canals and piazzas in Venice. Good morning, Maggie.
Well, that's right. It has been a nonstop party here in Venice, and for the most part, those star-studded events have all stayed top secret. But guys, don't worry, we got a glimpse of the action.
This morning, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez Bezos honeymooning as newlyweds after a wedding extravaganza fit for a billionaire and his new wife. 3 epic parties with a backdrop of beautiful Venice and a parade of celebrity faces. Jeff Bezos and his new wife walking down the aisle in a ceremony on the private island of San Giorgio. The bride immediately changing her name on Instagram to Lauren Sanchez Bezos. Vogue releasing a digital cover showcasing her dress. She told the magazine the Dolce & Gabbana gown took a 1.5 years to make and made her feel like a princess. The couple's famous guest list, including Orlando Bloom, Kendall and Kylie Jenner, and Bill Gates. The party continuing Saturday, despite threats of protests against the big day. About 1,000 protesters took over the famous Rialto Bridge, shooting off flares and hanging a banner that read, "No space for Bezos." At the same time, guests were leaving for Saturday's event. Many seemed dressed in stylish pajama sets, like Oprah and Leonardo DiCaprio, bathrobes like Usher, or lingerie like Kim Kardashian. After a non-stop party weekend, the newlyweds seen departing from their hotel in Venice for the last time, this time as husband and wife.
And guys, we've seen most of the super yachts sailing out of the lagoon here in Venice, signaling an end to the multi-day extravagant party. Guys.
Thank you, Maggie. Coming up on our GMA morning menu, John Travolta back on stage as his famous Grease character, Danny Zuko.
Also head Dr. Tara Narula is here to kick off our new series, The Fine Print, and what you should really be looking for in over-the-counter drugs.
Plus, organizing expert Emma Villanita is here. She's going to help you get organized for your next trip.
And the Philadelphia Phillies have added a new recruit to their off-field roster. Lara is feeling the puppy love this morning. Do share.
Robin, how can I not with this little guy and his pal, our friend, the Philly fanatic. This is 10-week-old Tugger. He has a new special role with the Phillies, and it's all about helping veterans in need. We're going to have that and so much more coming up on GMA. Do the little nose tickle. Yeah, he loves that. He loves that.
Okay, we want to know, who are the people in your state, in your community, in your neighborhood that make such a big difference?
Help others, get things done, and make your state the best place to live. Come on now, we all know someone who does so much.
And we want to celebrate them with you. So scan this QR code or go to goodmorningamerica.com. Tell us about them, and they might end up right here live on GMA.
We're coming to all 50 states in 50 weeks. to celebrate the best of what makes America beautiful.
50 states, 50 weeks in order as we celebrate America's 250th birthday in 2026. Scan that QR code on your screen. Tell us about a local hero, what makes your state great. We can get all of this Thursday live from Delaware, the first state in the union. And now Lara's got some pop news.
Love that. Love 50 states, 50 weeks. Pack your bags, everybody. Right now, though, we will get to pop news, and we're going to begin with new details on the next James Bond. Who will fill those shiny black tuxedo shoes after 5 fabulous movies starring Daniel Craig as the one and only? This morning, Variety is reporting that Amazon MGM is looking to appeal to younger audiences as they zero in on several actors under the age of 30. According to insiders, some of the names being floated include Saltburn star Jacob Elordi, Marvel superhero Tom Holland, I love that idea, Baby Girl's Harris Dickinson. The internet is divided over this idea, though. Some like the idea of a fresh face to shake, not stir up the role that's been around since 1962, but other fans think the suave spy needs to be a little more seasoned, if you will.
Idris.
I love Idris.
Idris.
We have been talking about Idris for years. I think he would be fantastic.
And our girls told us he's too old.
Really?
They were part of that discussion.
That conversation. Well, it's a
Allie was on
generational
my
thing.
side. She liked it.
Yes.
What about Aaron Pierre? He's great too. He's
I like Will Reed for the role.
No, I'm not. I'm
You're
finally
not
too old for something.
Yes.
There
right?
we go.
Well, barely. No, another name was Henry Cavill. Who knows who it will be? What we do know is that that man right there, French Oscar-nominated director Denis Villeneuve, has been hired to direct. Amazing choice. So we expect news on this. Who will star? Relatively soon. We're all over it. No word yet on when production will begin. It's a huge role.
I know. A lot of people are talking about it, evidently.
Including us. Hey, also in pop news this morning, we have a very special addition to our summer concert series. So happy to announce that Grammy-nominated British singer Lewis Capaldi is joining our lineup.
Hey.
Yes, he'll give our first concert here in the new studio. He's been away for 2 years from the spotlight to focus on his mental and physical health after receiving a Tourette's diagnosis in 2022. Capaldi has made a return to the stage, making an emotional appearance at the Glastonbury Music Festival. Over the weekend, thousands of fans showing their support for the artist while he performed his latest single, Survive, which just dropped this past weekend. The song is about his 2-year hiatus away from the public eye, proving, as Capaldi has said, that even in the darkest moments, there is strength in showing up. Now with a new music video, new song, Capaldi says he's coming back stronger and his heart is wide open. We're so happy to hear that. And we're so happy he'll be with us right here July 7th. You can stream the single Survive right now and then watch it happen right here.
What a
voice.
Yeah.
What a voice. Hey, also in the news this morning, John Travolta proving he's still the one that we want. He made fans of this 1978 movie so happy, swoon, I dare say. The original Danny Zuko surprising his fans and his former castmates on stage during a Grease sing-along at the Hollywood Bowl Amphitheater in Los Angeles. He wasn't supposed to be there, but he showed up. Check this out.
That's cool. That's cool, baby. You know, rocking and rolling and whatnot. Are you guys ready to do Wop Up Move It together? Yeah. On 3? 1, 2, 3. A wop up, move up, a wop up. Enjoy the show. We love you.
That was nice of him to show up. They were so excited. Travolta posted about the experience on Instagram along with a close-up of his 50s do, where celebrities included Grease 2 star Michelle Pfeiffer, along with Hannah Waddingham, Mario Lopez, Rhea Wilson, and many, many more. They were all there. They took to the comments to praise and celebrate the legendary performer. That's just good fun. And then one last really quick. So Caught in the act, Gus, the golden retriever, has an interesting little habit, it turns out, when his family leaves the house. He doesn't realize he's caught on camera going to his favorite spot to hang out when he's home alone. Watch this, everyone. Yeah. He just settles right up to the table like he's ready, waiting for a meal. His mom posted it and said, "This is Gus. His motives remain unknown." I actually think we know his motives. He wants to join. Yes, exactly.
Really good.
That's pop news, guys.
All right.
He just chills there.
Yeah.
All right.
daily.
I say allow them to do it. Leave
Yes.
a chair untucked. Lara, thank you so much for that.
To our new series, it's The Fine Print, taking a closer look at what's on the labels of over-the-counter drugs. Nearly 200,000 people hospitalized each year for misusing them. And this morning we're looking at pain relievers. And our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Tara Narula, is all over this for us because sometimes it can be disguised on the label a little bit. We got to do a little detective work.
Well, how many times have you actually picked up the bottle and looked at the label on the back, that fine print, which you probably need reading glasses for?
Right.
But it's really important because a lot of people think just because it's over the counter, it's safe, it's something you can use every day because you're not getting a prescription for it. But in fact, some of these over-the-counter meds carry warnings, and it's important to know how to take them. So when you look at the label, the FDA has it very nicely organized into several different sections. The first thing you're going to see is the active drug, and that's going to tell you the name of the drug and really the amount you're getting per dose, so the amount per tablet, for example. Then you're going to see a line that says uses. This is really what it's meant to do. Then warnings. This is what you want to pay attention to. So when to ask your doctor, when to ask your pharmacist, what to avoid doing, for example, driving or taking alcohol with it if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. And then you're going to see a line that says directions. That's going to tell you, for example, how to take it, how often to take it. And then at the bottom, how to store the meds. That comes under other, and also inactive ingredients. That's where you might find those artificial dyes that we sometimes talk about.
I know, but looking for that expiration date is key.
That is key. So many people keep their meds. I know I have them in my cabinet for way too long. So you want to check that. The FDA says if it's been in your medicine cabinet for over 3 years, it's time to throw it out. You want to also make sure the med hasn't been tampered with when you buy it. So check for seals. And then sometimes, Robin, the companies will update their bottles with new ingredients or warnings. So always check for a little flag or banner on the front of the packaging.
Okay. All right. So pain relievers. I didn't know this word. NSAIDs?
NSAIDs.
All right.
Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs.
Is that what that stands for? Okay, let's talk about that because people think of ibuprofen.
Yes, so ibuprofen, Aleve, Motrin, naproxen, very common class used for pain relief, anti-inflammatory effects, and fever reducing. So think back pain, arthritis, menstrual cramps, headache. So this class of medicine carries a few different things you want to pay attention to in terms of warnings. One is stomach issues. So some people will develop stomach irritation, ulcers, nausea, vomiting if they take these drugs for too long or in too high doses. The next one is kidney problems. You can have kidney failure or swelling. And then the big one that a lot of people don't know about is that in 2015, the FDA put a warning on both prescription and over-the-counter drugs that it can lead to increased risk of heart attack and stroke. And this can be for people who have no risk factors for cardiovascular disease, and it can happen within the first few weeks. So this is definitely not something you just want to take forever without being aware of that. It can also raise your blood pressure and lead to heart failure. So really important. Really, these are meant to be taken for 3 to 10 days.
Yeah, because I have high blood pressure and I have to be very careful with the pain reliever. And because you all never think, oh, it's over the counter.
And you don't tell your doctor that you're even taking it. Yeah, so really important to bring it up.
Acetaminophen. No, I can never say this.
Acetaminophen.
Yeah, thank you. I can never say that right.
Tylenol.
Okay, Tylenol, right.
Right. So this drug we obviously think of also for pain relief and fever reduction. This does not carry the stomach irritation and bleeding risk that we worry about with NSAIDs. The important thing here is that it can cause liver damage if you take too much of it. So the number you want to keep in mind is less than 4,000 milligrams per day. And if you're taking, for example, some cold and flu medicines, those also might have acetaminophen in it. So you just want to check, am I taking that plus Tylenol? How much am I actually getting?
All right. They're keeping us apart here. I feel so
know,
far
I feel
away
so
from
far
you.
away from you.
Oh, but thank you for being here.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you as always. This is a great series. And Dr. Narula will be back on Wednesday to tell us about the fine print on over-the-counter decongestants.
Yes, another big one.
I'll work on my vocabulary. Lara.
All right, thank you, Robin. We're going to turn now to the hottest workout wear to help you stay active while beating the summer heat. Certified personal trainer and fitness expert Sierra Lucas is with us with the latest fashion, and it's all shoppable, which I love. You and I were just talking behind the scenes. You have really nailed it, starting with the headgear, which is so critical for sun protection.
It's that time of year. We are looking for relief anywhere we can find it. So we're starting with this Lululemon running hat. First of all, feel how soft it is.
I did. I love it.
And then this open back is specifically designed to wear a high ponytail while you're running.
Get that hair off of your neck.
There's nothing more overstimulating than your hair on your neck. So with this open back, it's adjustable. You're keeping yourself cool. It's also quick drying. So as the sweat pours down, you're you're able to still feel some relief during those summer
It also has
days.
a little bit of a longer brim
Yes.
to give you just that little more coverage, which is
and
really
look at
helpful.
These colors.
Yeah, really,
Bright,
really cute.
fun, perfect.
Love that. We also talked about this shirt because it does two things that I think are incredible, and it's super soft.
Yes, this is the Energy Top by Vuori. Not only is it moisture wicking, it's also anti-odor. No one wants to smell once they're exercising, right? But also feel how ultra soft this fabric
Vuori
is.
just does such a great job.
They're known
in
for
general.
that softness. You've got a high neck and a slight crop, so it's very stylish, but also functional.
Great, great. When I was reading the notes, I was very intrigued by this. This is a workout bra that actually has a cooling factor in it.
Yes, this is the Cool Form Bra by Outdoor Voices. It's their signature Cool Form technology. So it's literally designed to handle heat, but it's also supporting unrestricted movement. You want to feel supported, but you also want to feel cool when you're exercising outside. This bra also has an adjustable clasp, so it's very easy to put on and off, because you'll
Sometimes
also know
those jog bras,
it
like,
gets stuck with the sweat. Oh,
It
that
hurts.
gets so annoying. Exactly. So very easy to take on and off. Comes in these two colors, this olive and black.
I like the olive a lot. All right,
pretty.
Outdoor Voices, great. And everybody's into the New Balance now. Why do you think this is the
Always.
most comfortable running shoe?
There are a lot of shoes on the market, especially for running. This is the New Balance 680 V8. It's perfect for a beginner or even someone that just likes long walks or going on your daily errands. You'll see it has a nice amount of cushion, but also feel. It's
Super
very
light,
lightweight.
really light.
That's because of this
And I
targeted
always do
ventilation.
this. Like, it has to, if it's too stiff, it's not going to be comfortable.
You want your feet to feel breathable. This has targeted ventilation, so it feels really light all the time when you're wearing it.
All right, great job. All right, next up, we've got this great tank.
I have to say, okay, this is my
Is this
favorite.
what you're wearing?
This is what I have.
Okay, I'm ordering this.
I'm in a real life
That
model
QR
here.
code is happening for me. You look so adorable.
Matching sets are a must for me. You look good, you feel good. These are by Beyond Yoga, and I love the bright colors that are available here. It has leggings, and there is a matching tank top. The leggings are high-waisted, so you feel really sucked in and supported. That snatch feeling.
I'm feeling this. This has some good, sucking.
Good support.
Yeah,
And then
I don't know what else to call it.
The tank has a built-in bra.
And look how cute the back is. I like that tee
And
on
it
it.
just pops.
Yeah,
It
and
pops.
the color's robin. Isn't that cute? That's a good color.
So many bright colors to choose from. Perfect for summer. This set, it's a little bit more of an investment, but the quality's really there.
What do we know? We're not sure on the price.
It's all gonna
You
be
know
on
what?
the
Go, you
site.
do that QR code and you find out for yourself. All of these looks are shoppable on our website. And Sierra will be back with more summer workout gear on GMA3. That's right. Thank you so much for being with us. And stay with us because, and just like that, star Evan Handler is here. You know him, Sex and the City, the best.
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
And welcome back to the New View from downtown. Here we're back with Evan Handler from the hit show And Just Like That. Evan has played Charlotte's husband Harry in the Sex and the City universe 4 years. It's great to have you back.
For more years than anyone wants to
Come on.
realize.
How many is it?
I guess it's over 20 years for me.
That's
They've
so
been doing it
nice.
for 25, off and on. The relationships require rejuvenation. We take 5 to 6 years off from
There
each
you
other,
go.
and then we come back. I offend everyone, and then they come back when they're willing to re-engage with me.
Harry gets thrown for a loop in this season.
That is true, yeah.
And that actually echoes a personal experience of yours?
Yeah, I mean, I was known for it at one time, but maybe people have forgotten. But when I was 24 years old, I was diagnosed with a supposedly incurable acute myeloid leukemia. It's now considered treatable and curable, but at the time, bone marrow transplantation was really quite new. So I had even an autologous bone marrow transplant, meaning they used my own bone marrow, treated outside my body, and then used as the donor dose. I'm getting in the weeds here. But anyway, I had a very traumatic experience for about 5 years with the diagnosis, treatment, remission, recurrence. I was a Broadway actor at the time. I was in a Neil Simon play, had to leave the play. I got back on Broadway in another Neil Simon play. I came up with the joke that Neil Simon plays are carcinogenic. Only for me, I guess. And had some really harsh experiences and wrote a book about it called Time on Fire.
And bless you for being so open about that. I'm a bone marrow transplant person, and I can empathize with a lot of what you went through. But let's talk about the show, shall we?
Yes.
Okay, here's a clip.
Hi, honey. What are you doing here?
I'm buying Lily a Life Isn't Over gift. What are you doing here?
Harry.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I did not want you two to ever meet.
Oh, Harry, do you want to tell her, or should I?
Tell me what, and bear in mind, I cannot hear any more bad news.
Bonnie is my personal shopper.
That is not what we were expecting, Evan.
That's the first time I've seen that clip. That's very funny. But I also think, like, if the worst thing you have to confess to your wife is that you have a secret personal shopper, that's a pretty good marriage.
You're good. That's a good point that you made there.
Yeah.
Kristen Davis,
It's a tough
we have
intro, though.
Well, he was there buying a gift for her. He confesses that, and then he defends himself by saying, "Listen, if this, and this, that's what you get from me if I didn't have her."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would Charlotte and Harry's #1 marital advice be?
Good question. Maybe a secret personal shopper could be useful.
Because they've made it work over the years. I mean, and they had a little bumpy start.
Yeah, but I think they started out with such honesty, right?
True.
Because Harry told her, I was thinking about this scene just earlier today. There was a scene at Bitsy Muffling's wedding where Harry tells her, I have to marry a Jew. Foreign to me, but he laid it out, and then she had her feelings got revealed that she was settling for someone who didn't live up to her standards, and he walked out. So they let it be known, what their needs were and where things stood, and I think that's.
good advice.
Thank you for leading me to it. That I think is good advice. That you maybe it's going to wreck things, maybe it's going to fall apart. But you've said what you need and let the chips fall.
And in real life, you've been married for, as I understand it, 22 years?
I got married pretty much as the same time as I got married on the show. Which was
interesting,
kind of an
right?
Incredible thing. And then I have these teenage kids on the show, and now my daughter has just graduated high school and is
congratulations!
Going to college in the fall. Thank you,
That's
thank you.
Big time.
It's a big thing, big changes.
Yeah.
She's going to be taking a train around Europe with some friends this summer, which is a big new thing. I mean, my wife is from Italy, so they spend every summer over there anyway. But it's these new departures away from the parents are new.
A little empty nest action.
Yeah.
So do you feel, though, that there are moments that life imitates art or vice versa?
For sure, yeah. My wife had only been in the country 2 years when I met her. And my first episodes on this show aired just as we met, and then we're away from each other for about a month, and we communicated a lot over that month. But we had our first official date after getting to know each other a little bit from phone calls. And we went on a date just as the first episodes that I was in of Sex and the City started to air. And we tried to walk from Lincoln Center to Times Square, and we had trouble getting to the theater because there were crowds of young women screaming, Harry, we love you.
Oh, wow. This is good timing, though, for the,
I had never had anything like that happen before in my life. I was 42 years old.
Of course, you seated the whole crowd there.
And my wife is witnessing this, and I'm thinking, how is this affecting her? It has to affect her. And I'm having two incompatible fantasies occur simultaneously. I want to turn to her and say, listen, you're just the kind of woman I've always wanted to meet, but can we pick it up again in 6 months or so?
Oh, man.
But I kept that to myself.
You made the right choice.
Good job, Evan.
New episodes, man, just like that, debut Thursdays at 9 Eastern on Max.
Goodness.
Thank you for coming in.
You're a delight. Now, with a look at teens and skincare, social media full of beauty trends for young people, but what actually works? Joining us now, board-certified dermatologist, Dr. Whitney Bowe. She cannot be 13 years old. Daughter McLean, it's good to have you back.
Thank you so much for having us.
You could barely see over here last time you were here. Now look at you. Thank you very much for helping out with your mom and Dr. Bowe. It's always good to see, because these videos, they go viral like that. How can you help parents determine for their child what is safe and effective for them?
If you're following a dermatologist on social media, you can ask your question in a comment. I reply to those kind of questions all the time, right? But you can also just go on either YouTube, TikTok. You can type in the trend, for example, lemon juice to lighten hair, and then type in the word dermatologist. and you'll see what dermatologists are saying about that particular trend. It's just a great way to stay informed.
That's and you are so active. You are very good about responding.
And now we have McLean on the glow, who's like also on
13,
social. It's
I know.
blowing my mind.
Okay, you going to help us out here?
Yeah.
Okay, because we're going to do truth or myth. And this first one is, I'm going to ask you, scrubbing with a body brush daily can help eliminate body acne. What say you, McLean?
So this is a myth. All this will do is further irritate the skin.
So McLean is right. So acne in teens is so common, right? And it's caused by a number of different factors. Genetics, hormones, even diet can play a role.
Right.
But if you try to use anything too abrasive on the skin, like a brush or a loofah or a scrub, it can make the acne worse because it can increase inflammation in the skin and damage the skin barrier. So I recommend using a cleanser, a body wash, something with salicylic acid, azelaic acid. It's not going to damage the skin so much and dials down inflammation.
Okay, you ready again? All right, here's another one. Here's another one. Truth or myth, McLean? Pure coconut oil is a great natural moisturizer.
This is also a myth. Coconut oil is comedogenic, meaning it can clog the pores.
I can't even say that word. She knows what it is.
Yeah, so coconut oil is great for like young kids who have eczema, right? I wouldn't recommend it for teens. It can make the acne worse. It's highly comedogenic, as McLean explained. So, you know, when it comes to a moisturizer, I say look for clinically proven, fragrance-free, non-comedogenic for young teen
I'm glad
skin.
we're talking about this because coconut oil, people talk about this one a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you're 2 for 2. Here we go. Here we go, McLean. Here's the last one. Lip plumping products can become addictive.
This one actually has some truth to it.
Oh, okay.
But it depends on the ingredients. If your lips start to plump up within minutes, then that's a red flag.
So lip plumpers that have ingredients like peppermint oil, you know, they work by irritating and causing inflammation in the lips. So, you know, you put it on, you get a tingle, it starts to swell right away, and if you keep using that product over time, your lips are more dry, more chapped, right?
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
So what is the bottom line that you want to express to folks about these? Because they see
more
these
is not better for this young teen, healthy teen skin. So you just got to be careful. Yeah.
All right. Can you believe she's 13?
I cannot.
She's like
getting
mini me
so
for you.
big. Oh,
I
she's
know.
the cutest.
With
She's a
you and
better
her
version of
husband.
me, Robin, for
bless you.
sure.
Hey, McLean, thank you very much.
Thank you
Appreciate
so much
that.
for having us.
Always.
All right, a record number. 72 million people are expected to travel this 4th of July, according to AAA. So you are going to want to minimize and organize your luggage. And that's why we have DIY expert Emma Villanida. She's here to show us how to hack the pack. I love that idea. And we're going to jump right in and talk about jewelry, because a lot of us pack and then the jewelry arrives or you open your bag and it's a mess.
We're done with packing in plastic baggies where everything's tangled up. Our first hack is for necklaces. You're gonna just grab a pack of straws.
You have paper straws here?
I do.
Okay.
You can use whatever, especially
Okay.
if you have one at home. You thread your necklace through, clasping it around, and this prevents it from getting tangled. And you can even cut these shorter and do the same process with bracelets.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is so simple. I love this idea. Now, you have these little, is this like a little face?
Like a little exfoliating pad, yeah. So this, you can actually poke your earrings through, attaching the backs. This keeps your studs organized. But you can also do danglies and hoops just around the edge as well.
Unbelievable. So regular household items to keep it all
keep
simple.
it organized, yeah.
You can also buy a lot of gadgets these days.
Right.
You say, as we just saw, you don't need to do that. You have a great hack for keeping the dirt that's on your shoes off of your clothes when you're packing. I love this.
This is my favorite hack. You're just grabbing a pack of shower caps, actually. You're just hooking your shoe right inside, keeping the bottom protected and everything clean in your suitcase.
So simple. Love that. All right, now we move on to, it's a beach, it's 4th of July. We might be going to the beach. We might get sandy, and you've got something to pack that is very small and simple and will serve many purposes.
Yes, this is a pop-up mesh laundry hamper. And I love that you can just throw sandy towels, swimsuits, toys, and then the best part, you just pick it up and shake out the sand, and you can easily take this back to your car. And it stays collapsed. Easy to organize.
It's
just
also,
a simple hack.
use it for your laundry if you're on a ship. So,
double duty.
Yeah, double duty. All right. A lot of times, if you wanted to get clean clothes on a vacation, it can be very expensive to have, say, a hotel do your laundry.
Yes.
You've got a hack for
We've
that.
got a hack for this as well. So if you're traveling somewhere with laundry facilities, grab a snacking container just from the kitchen section. You can easily put laundry pods and dryer sheets in these. It keeps them protected, and then you're bringing products from home just to save money.
All right, and then next up, so big bottles, not really working with the TSA.
No,
Don't
not
really
fun.
want to put them into our suitcases because they get thrown, they could open.
Yep.
Talk to us about avoiding the little, quite expensive travel size.
Yes.
And how you get around that.
Yes. So head to the kitchen section and buy little condiment bottles. I love these because they're squishy, so you can actually get all your product out and you're taking what you love from home, saving money.
And honestly, they're cheaper than going to the makeup aisle and buying
travel
small
size.
travel size.
Yeah.
So you're saving money yet again. And then let's bring it home with one last great hack.
This is my favorite, especially with my kids. You grab mesh laundry bags. This is a DIY version of packing cubes.
Yep.
You can I add jammies, day clothes, everything they'll need in one. And then once they're done, you put the dirty clothes back in, everything stays organized.
Ready to go. Do you have a thought on cubes? Like, how do you separate them?
I just
do by kid?
I do
or
by
do you buy
kid.
like underwear, workout gear?
No, I do everything in one from when they wake up to go to bed. They each get their own
hold
cube.
a lot.
They do.
Yeah, I like it. Thank you so much. Great hacks. We really
thank
appreciate
you.
it. I'm gonna head over here because I hear a puppy crying.
You better,
That's my cue. Guys, coming up on GMA, we've got a very special guest. This is Tugger. He is the new Philadelphia Phillies very special mascot. No competition with you, though, I promise. I don't think we're going to talk to you, but we're going to meet Tugger coming up next on GMA. Do the nose thing again, he loves it.
We are back now with the newest team member of the Philadelphia Phillies. This is Tugger. He's a 10-week-old service dog in training. And Michelle DeCaris is a spokesperson for the team. She's here to tell us a little bit more about the newest member of the Phillies team off the field. Thank you both. Thank you, all three of you, Mr. Fanatic, for being here. So excited to have this adorable little boy in here. What is so special other than the obvious about Tugger?
So obviously he's adorable, but he is actually going to save the lives of veterans. He's going to be trained over the next 2 years. We work with two amazing organizations. Woo. Team Foster, who helps with the funding, and then Warrior Canine Connection, who actually does the training of the dogs and then pairs them with veterans.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And
Big yawn.
And let's
Hi.
talk about the training. Tugger is now, is he 10 weeks or 12 weeks?
10 weeks.
He's just a 10-year-old
So
little boy. Oh, yes. And he's in training already. And even being here in the studio is part of his training?
So right now, a lot of his training is socialization. This is obviously all new and can be scary and everything like that. So just interacting, seeing the cameras, the lights, things like that are part of his training because he's going to need to socialize and as he grows, be in different situations with his veteran. So this is the basic of training, but he'll start the actual service training in the next couple weeks.
I was asking because this might be the prettiest lab I've ever seen. And you said they're bred specifically to be with veterans, even if they don't get through the training and let's just say they're not deemed a service dog, they're still going to be a great companion for a veteran and his family.
Yes, so through the training process, he's actually training with veterans. So he's helping them along the way, but in the end, the hope is that he will be paired with a veteran.
Yeah.
If for some reason his skill doesn't quite get there, but he's just a really great puppy, he will go to a veteran family. So he will still stay with veterans either way.
That's fantastic. He's such a good boy. Wherever he ends up is the best. He's also got a baseball card, which I love, and some fun facts. His favorite food, cheesesteaks. Favorite exercise,
obviously,
hanging out.
Oh no.
Favorite exercise is playing with the Philly Fanatic. You seem like a bad influence. I don't know.
I don't know if he should be part of the
Yeah,
training.
I think you hang out over here, Tugger. You got important work to do.
It's part of the socialization.
I guess it is, but there's also an important and significant meaning behind Tugger's name for Phillies fans.
Yes, so one of the things that Team Foster and Warrior Canine Connection do is they want the puppies named after a veteran of some sort. So we have Tug McGraw, who is our storied pitcher, and he was also a U.S. Marine. So he's named after Tug McGraw. And ironically, this year was his 50th anniversary of his debut with the Phillies, and it was about a week before Tugger was born. So it's kind of meant to be.
I love it.
A legend there and a legend in the making right here.
Can I hold him?
Of course you can.
Do you
He's a little squirmy right now.
I just love him so much. All right.
There you go.
Bye,
There
little
you
Tugger.
go.
And veterans around the country, volunteers around the country can get involved in numerous ways with both of these incredible organizations and work with these sweet pups. Lara's already getting a head start, even just as a puppy sitter, which
I'm training.
Yeah. I'm volunteering for. Tugger will make his on-field debut tomorrow at the Phillies game. Looking forward to that.
Buddy.
Looking forward to more GMA when we come back.
Come on over. Come take a look. Come see this face, everybody. Precious baby.
Gonna run 8 tonight. I want what he's having.
Lara's become the dog whisperer.
Yeah.
Oh, Jude.
Oh, but look at it.
Oh, no.
Watch out,
We
Lily.
gotta go.
Watch out.